So you have this sheet. Feel free to write on it, take notes as we go through because these are very important rules. We're going to start off at the very, very top. My main rules in the class, if you follow these, you'll follow all the others, is to respect yourself, to respect others, and have a responsibility for your actions. Your grade is based on what you have done, not what anybody else has done. So here are basic rules. You are expected to be here every day. I expect you to be in class daily and on time. I take super, super good attendance every day. You are expected to be in your seat when the bell rings. If you are not in your seat, if you are running through the door, it counts as being late. So you must be in your seat. You should be in your seat and ready to work when the bell rings. I shouldn't have to raise my voice to get your attention. You should be ready to begin. You will always come to class prepared with the appropriate materials, and that's a binder, paper, and pen or pencil, something to write with. If you're missing any one of these, you will lose 5 points from class participation grade. And I may not say anything to you specifically at that time. I may just write it down. Or if you borrow it from somebody else, I may not say anything. I'll let you borrow it. But I'll be irritated that you are wasting class time to borrow it, and I will take points off of your grade. You are always to listen the first time directions are given. You are not my only class. I have many classes and I repeat the same thing every single period. I get really irritated when students don't listen to the rules or don't listen to the directions and then ask me questions later on. If I have to repeat anything because you weren't paying attention, or if it's written down in your lab or written down on the worksheet, I will take 5 points off of that assignment. And if you're working in a group with somebody else and you ask a question, I may take 5 points off of both of your papers. So make sure that you are reading the directions on your paper and that you are listening to the directions. I don't know why these are all numbered wrong. I just noticed that. Obtain permission before leaving your seat if it's going to disrupt somebody else. If I'm explaining something to the whole class, just hold on and wait until I'm done so that you're not disturbing other people. That's all I ask. Be polite and respectful of other people and their property. If you have a negative comment about myself, about this class, about someone else in the class, keep it to yourself. I don't want to hear it and nobody else does either. Do not use inappropriate language. If you're not sure if it's inappropriate or not, it most likely is. So be careful about the words that you use. People judge you based on the words that you use, so keep it clean. Number 7, keep this room clean. Make sure when you leave the room it is cleaner than when you arrive, especially when we are doing a lab. If there is a paper towel left in the classroom in the back, nobody from the class will leave when the bell rings. If any of our materials are not put away, nobody will leave. Also, laptops. Laptops must be put back where they belong. They must be plugged in or nobody will leave when the bell rings. If you think that you can hide materials in my classroom because you don't feel like carrying a binder, just be aware that I will throw it out. You are given a locker. The school gives you a locker. Use your locker. Okay, do not leave anything in my classroom. If you turn in a lab that's late, and I've already graded the lab for everyone else in the class, then the highest grade you can get is a 65. I am usually very fair about giving you time to finish the lab in class, and I highly recommend finishing it and turning it in immediately. Last thing, you can only use 6 hall passes for a marking period. You can only use your agenda planner, and these are hall passes for a bathroom, a drink, or go to your locker, and you are welcome to do those at any time, but remember that you only get 6 passes.